So Heather and I are in downtown Chattanooga today, and we're going to eat and then do some photography. And today we got to drive this awesome Mazda 3 hatchback down here, so that was fun. But now we're going to eat at, what is it, Taco Mac?
Taco Mac.
Taco Mac. Taco Mac. Okay, so we got a table outside, and where was that beer of the month thing that she was showing? Oh, here it is.
Right here?
Yeah. And our favorite beer made by anybody, anywhere is Chattanooga Brewing Company's Chestnut Street Brown Ale, and they have it right now. So we're going to be happy. Heather, show us your beer glass. Ooh. Is that a 23-ounce Chestnut Street?
That is a 23-ounce
That is crazy. Completely crazy. Look at this queso con carne. It comes with little tortillas, and look at all the yumminess. Sorry about the bus going by, but it looks really good, and we've also got wings coming. So the Z50 took its second fall today. A guy tried to leave through really a place you're not supposed to leave, and he ran into Heather, which caused Heather to run into the camera, and the camera fell off the table. The lens cap bounced. It hit hard enough to unseat, to open the memory card door / battery door and unseat the memory card. And it also unseated the battery in the GoPro that's mounted in the hot shoe. But once everything was put back together, it's all working just fine. And while we're sitting here kind of waiting on our food, we had the appetizer that was great, and now we're waiting on some wings that we've got ordered. I've been doing some street photography. I put the 50 to 250 kit lens on, and I've been doing some street photography from right here at our table as people walk by. So that's kind of fun. All right, so these first 3 shots that I'm showing you now were made from right there where I was sitting at our table at Taco Mac eating those fantastic wings. And I like that shot with the man walking past the car and the car is slightly out of focus. This one I call Biker Gang. It's just a family, and they're out riding around in downtown Chattanooga on those bikes that you can slide your credit card and ride. And here this handsome gentleman's on the phone. And if you look at the pictures from today's video, if they say Nikon Z50 at the bottom, they're mine. If they say D7100, they are Heather's. We were so excited when our wings got here that I forgot to make any video of it, but they were really good. I had 10 medium buffalo, and Heather had Asian sweet, 5 Asian sweet, and 5 Parmesan garlic, of which she's eating the last one now. I can't remember if I made this shot while we were sitting at the table there at Taco Mac or after we got up, but it's in that same area of this man parking his fancy Italian motorcycle. Okay, so we've moved on from the restaurant, and now we're near the Walnut Street pedestrian bridge. And right here where we've parked, there's a magnolia tree that's in bloom, and I thought we might try to get a photograph of it. I've still got the 50 to 250 on, and Heather appears to be operating with one lens to rule them all, the 18 to 400. This is Heather's magnolia bloom photo, and I like it much, much better than the magnolia bloom photo that I made, so I didn't even share mine with you at all. And next up, there's somebody we know sneaking up on us. Wait, I found somebody. I found somebody. I found somebody to shoot. I found somebody.
This is blurry.
Totally going to get his picture. It's got one of those. It's got one of those Fujinons. Those are nice. That's awesome. So there's David Sailors, the Georgia photographer. We ran into him right in front of the Hunter Museum, and he was out doing some vlogging. He's got his GoPro Hero 7 and his Fuji and his Zoom recorder, which I had to ask him lots of questions about. How much does a Zoom audio like that cost?
About $110 or $20.
That's awesome.
It comes with the lav mic. Let me think. Did it come with something?
Did it come? It came with this mic and the dead cat too?
No, it comes with a little foamy. But you buy these from Amazon for like 3 for $7.
It's well,
I bought a couple packs of them.
It's hard to beat that. Well, I know the audio always sounds great on your channel. That's for sure.
This thing is insanely good for what it is. Plus, if you It's modular. You can buy snap-on heads. You can get the was it the
With the two mics?
yeah, you can
the
get that
ones
one.
that
It's got a big long shotgun mic that snaps onto it, and then you can mount it on it. There's a tripod socket somewhere.
That's cool that they make it where you
Yeah.
don't have to buy all that if you don't
Yeah.
have a use for it, which apparently you don't as much.
Yeah, I thought it's a great thing. It works really well.
Cool.
My phone ringing. Really? I texted. Yep.
Good evening. It is I.
Hello.
How are you? While David and I were socializing, Heather was working. She was getting some pretty nice street photography candid type shots of this nice couple walking by. I think it's really cool that the girl looked over and smiled at her. And then this is the shot that she was making. You could actually hear the clicks in the previous clip where David and I were talking about his Zoom audio recorder. And a little bit later, you know, I was supposed to be doing street photography as well, but instead I made a photograph, and I really actually like this photograph quite a bit, of this fire hydrant that's out in front of the Hunter Museum of Art. So that is the Walnut Street pedestrian bridge, and under it is the Tennessee River, and then this road is Riverside Drive. And I'm standing on this aluminum bridge, which used to be a glass bridge, which goes across Riverside Drive, and there's Heather, and right behind her is David Sailors, the Georgia photographer, waving and being awesome. And right over here, that is the Edwin Hotel, which has the Whiskey Thief in the top and the, what's the name of the restaurant in the bottom? White Bird in the bottom. And right over there is an ice cream place where we might be getting some ice cream later. We talked to this couple just a little bit about their dogs, and then I asked them if it was all right if we made a photograph of them, and they said yes. So here it is.
Stack them in.
So I'm pretty sure this is the photo that Heather was making in that short clip just prior to this. This young lady is walking her bicycle up Riverside Drive. That's the Tennessee River in the background. And then up at bridge level, there's me acting stupid so Heather could get a funny picture of me. That's right at the beginning of the Walnut Street pedestrian bridge. And then just to the right of where I'm standing here is this path where if you are on a bicycle you can make it down from the Hunter Museum without going downstairs. So that's kind of a nice feature of the area, also for wheelchairs and such. While we were downtown and running around, we ran into David Sailors, and then we went inside this ice cream place behind us and hooked up with, we let Casey bring us ice cream. So we've just been seeing all kinds of cool people while we were running around. And now we've got cute people that need to pass, so we need to turn this camera off. Okay, and there is my daughter Casey working, and during this social distancing era she has to wear a mask at work, and I'm actually very happy that they do have her wear a mask during this time. And here is David's XT3. He's making a photo on his knee, and that is my Fujinon 1974 55mm f1.8 lens, and he'll review that later in the video. But right here, as we went across the Walnut Street pedestrian bridge, I looked down and there's this $212,000 Mastercraft boat pulling some, I think these are surfboards that you can surf the wake of that fantastic boat. So I bought this Fujinon 1974 55mm f1.8, and the first time I took it out for a really good photo shoot, I said, David, here, try this out. And I haven't seen it since.
What lens?
I think he likes it.
This lens is incredibly sharp and produces beautiful color.
Pretty cool lens for 55 bucks.
Yes.
I'm glad you like it.
Well worth it.
Keep using it, brother.
All right.
Starting with the photo of my daughter inside the ice cream restaurant, I had switched over to the 50mm f1.8G, and I wish I had switched over to my 16 to 50 kit lens, because a lot of times I needed a little more width. All the way across the Walnut Street Bridge now, and we're on the North Shore, and we may be going into Stone Cup Cafe to visit some Sailors types. So this is just outside of the Stone Cup Cafe on the North Shore. This dude with this really cool enduro motorcycle. I thought the orange colors and all the other colors were nice, and his reflective goggles. Trying to work on some panning blurs. This is another example of I had too much focal length with the 50mm. I really wish I had put the kit lens on where I could have gotten a little bit further back from this cool looking dude as he passes by on his Harley Davidson. And this next photo is probably my favorite street photo of the day, because the gentleman on the left has a jacket on that says Lone Wolf, no club, and yet he's hanging out with a bunch of other motorcyclists. And the gentleman on the right, who's actually the subject of the photo, seems to be more of a lone wolf. And this is Heather's photo of this family riding across the Walnut Street pedestrian bridge, and there's a typo there. It's not 4,000 millimeters. I'm sure that's probably supposed to be 400 millimeters, but what a cool shot. I really like this a lot. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we've been hanging out on the bridge. Got to meet David's wife Teresa and his daughter Sierra for the first time. Took some more pictures of a guy who was on the cover of one of my vlogs a while back, a street musician, a busker. So we're having a good old time, and now we're heading back across the river. So here is the street musician that I photographed, and I'll put a link at the top to the video that has another photograph of this young man. I think his name's Aaron. He was really cool. He even let me play his guitar for a minute. I gave him a nice tip, and it was cool hanging out with him. And here's another shot of him playing his guitar on the bridge. For these photos, I was really glad I had the 50mm f1.8 on the camera, because that f1.8 came in handy in this situation. So here's 3 in a row of Heather's photos, and Heather loves dogs, so if you put a camera in her hands in a place where there are dogs, you're probably going to get pictures of dogs. So here's this gentleman jogging across the bridge with his dog, and look at this beautiful dog that she got a really nice photograph of with that Tamron 18-400 super zoom lens. One blue eye and one not blue eye, and then look at the eyes on this dog. She didn't do any crazy editing to the eyes of this dog. That's just the way the dog's eyes looked, and I almost suggested that she tone them down some, but that would not be realistic. So me and David have been hanging out with Heather, and we got to hang out with Teresa and Sierra for a little bit. And I think David's going to head on to the crib, and I'm not sure if me and Heather are going to hang out for a while. I think she's pretty tired. We'll probably head home too. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Georgia photographer, David Sailors. Also subscribe to me. And if you
button's right down there, y'all.
If you think Heather's pictures were awesome, give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And if you think my pictures were bad, subscribe and hit the bell.
There you go. And if my pictures were more awesome than Phil's, subscribe and hit the bell on his channel.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Y'all see y'all later. And until next time,
get your camera out
and go take a picture with it.
Bye-bye.
We'll see y'all later.
Here's a flower that's growing outside of the Hunter Museum, so while I've got a macro lens on, I might as well give it a shot. I don't know exactly what it is. It looks kind of like a zinnia, and I don't know, it's growing on this little fluffy greenness. It's kind of cool looking. So it's definitely not a zinnia, but it's pretty whatever it is. Okay, so I think this is a Coropsis verticillata. Common name threadleaf Coropsis, threadleaf tickseed, or world Coropsis. Whatever it is, it's really pretty, and Wikipedia says it's a perennial. Okay, well, we've already had our Geico tap goodbye with David, but we didn't get Heather in on the bye-bye. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.